is discord, may we bring harmony. Where there is error, may we bring truth. Where there is doubt, may we bring faith. And where there is despair, may we bring hope.
4th May 1979, on the steps of 10 Downing Street, Margaret Thatcher quoting St. Francis of Assisi, her first ever address as the British Prime Minister. Known for a radical and sometimes confrontational approach, Lady Thatcher is Britain's longest-serving Prime Minister in the 20th century. Over an 11-year term, she not only dominated politics in her own country, but also carved out a formidable position on the world stage. Thatcher was born Margaret Hilda Roberts on October 13, 1925, the daughter of a grocer in Grantham, Central England. She joined the Conservative Party before graduating in 1947 and won her first parliamentary seat in 1959. From Minister of Education in the early 70s to winning the general election on May 3, 1979, her rise was meteoric. Thatcher defeated Labour Prime Minister James Callaghan by a margin of 43 seats to become Britain's first woman Prime Minister. Margaret Thatcher led her government straight into a program of social and economic reform. But while Thatcherism made the bulk of Britons better off, unemployment doubled by the mid-1980s to over 12% of the workforce. Dissatisfaction was rife.
But what we've got is an attempt to substitute the rule of the mob for the rule of law. And it must not succeed.
By 1981, Thatcher's popularity was at an all-time low, but a wave of patriotism that followed the Royal Navy's victory at the Falkland Islands swept Margaret Thatcher back to power in 1983. In 1984, an Irish Republican Army IRA bomb attack on a Brighton hotel came close to killing her entire cabinet. 5 people died and some close colleagues were severely injured, but Thatcher survived unscathed. And the Iron Lady wasn't just a power to reckon with at home. She left an imprint on the international front too. In fact, it was a tough anti-communist stand that earned her the title of Iron Lady. Her close ties with US President Ronald Reagan and a strategic shift towards Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev defined international power equations in the 1980s. In June 1987, a third successive general election victory gave her a huge 101-seat majority and set another new record in British politics. Thatcher's intolerance of dissent and imperious manner finally led to a dramatic downfall. After 11 years in power, she bowed to a revolt in the Conservative Party. On November 28, 1990, she left the official Prime Minister's residence 10 Downing Street for the last time. Out of power, Thatcher continued to yield influence and attract support, particularly for her stance against closer integration with the European community. In early 2002, ill health forced Thatcher to pull out of public life. She announced she would retire from public speaking, but continued to attend debates in the House of Lords. In 1995, she was appointed to the Order of the Garter, Britain's oldest and highest order of chivalry. Lady Margaret Thatcher was a force to reckon with, and as she put it, "Power is like being a lady. If you tell people you are, you aren't." Bureau Report, DD News.